development 7 times the size of Golden One Center could be coming to a rural community, and neighbors are not happy. We've been reporting on this so-called Project Frontier in Dorado Hills. The developer's plans call for 2 massive distribution warehouses on some 200 acres next to the Dorado Hills Business Park. Developers say this will bring jobs and money to the community, but neighbors say those don't outweigh their concerns.
How in the heck is this not going to, at certain times, create stop-and-go traffic?
At this packed meeting of the Dorado Hills Area Planning Advisory Committee Wednesday night, one thing was clear.
My 2 concerns are noise pollution and diesel pollution.
Neighbors have major concerns and questions about Project Frontier. The proposed development would bring 2 distribution centers with a combined total square footage 7 times that of Golden One Center. So who's trying to come to town? The developer, Dermody Properties, a national logistics real estate firm, says the tenant is private, but an incorrect address left on the plan submitted to El Dorado County shows 2 identical-looking facilities in San Diego, and the tenant there is Amazon.
You got noise. You've got pollution. We don't need this kind of facility with this magnitude in this area.
Bill Grava worries a project this big would make traffic congestion even worse. The developer says a transportation impact analysis report estimates the project would bring more than 5,000 additional car and truck trips per day.
El Dorado Hills Boulevard and Latrobe backs up at White Rock rush hours, morning and afternoon, almost a half mile. Compound that with this facility going up, possibly, and you've got some real problems.
The traffic concern is pretty valid. This project in specific proposes to have a lot of additional traffic on our main road, El Dorado Hills Boulevard, Latrobe Road, probably the busiest road by traffic in the county in an unincorporated area.
Also at the meeting, the developer shared the anticipated economic benefits of the project.
It's about $718 million in economic activity created in the county during that construction period. That generates about 5,300 job years. And on an ongoing basis, the project is anticipated to support 1,500 to 2,000 employees. We also estimate that the project will generate about 10.4 to 23.4 million in annual revenue to the county for funding various general fund services, including public safety.
Many neighbors told us they are alarmed by the size of the proposed project and what they think it could do to their views, their property value, and their quality of life.
My property value is ultimately tied into when I get to retire and what type of education I can provide grandchildren. And so it is that economic issue is a personal issue for all of us.
The land where the development is planned is currently the correct zoning for this project, but one of the proposed buildings is taller than what the county allows, so that exception would need to be approved. Now, the El Dorado County Board of Supervisors, it's the ultimate, well, let me back up here. The El Dorado County Planning and Building Department's zoning administrator will ultimately be the one to decide whether to approve a conditional use permit for the project. If approved, neighbors can appeal the decision to the County Board of Supervisors.